Hi, everybody, and welcome back to the studio. We're going to talk about another National Basketball Association topic. This topic had its time when it was more of a hot topic. Now it's starting to, settle down. It's been pretty much settled for a while, but I'd like to bring it up. I'd like to bring up another angle about it. And I'd like to bring up the whole HACK-A-SHAQ situation, the whole fouling players that have no idea how to shoot free throws. They pretty much only score if they just luckily get it in, 40%, 50% from the line. Those type of stuff. And I'd like to give some angles about that. I'd like to give some thoughts about that. Now, when you ask most people about the people that are pro leaving that rule, letting you can foul them as much as you want, push them to the line, usually what they'll tell you is this. At least what I've heard, is that, listen, these guys are professional basketball players. They practice all day. They're professionals. They're getting paid millions. They're getting paid more than you and me. They're giving off more taxes than our entire income. They're getting paid tons. There is no reason why they should not be able to shoot a foul shot. If they can't shoot a foul shot, they should be penalized. And we will continue to foul them until they learn how to shoot a free throw. Right? That's usually what they say. Okay. Sounds good. Good argument. Okay. Fine. I'd like to give perhaps a thought about this to defend the free throw shooters, or the ones that aren't really free throw shooters. So let's take a step back. The bonus, the fifth foul, you get 2 free throws. Why was this rule invented? So this rule was invented, I would believe, I would guess, I would think, it's to help the team that's getting fouled in order that they shouldn't just keep getting fouled every 3 seconds. Because otherwise, every team could really just foul as many times as they want. Obviously not on the shot. They could just keep harassing the other players. Every time they're trying to move, you're grabbing them. You're fouling them as many times as you want. Nothing's going to happen to you. I mean, I guess you might foul out of the game. But, if you have some fouls to give up, yeah, just grab him. Just grab him. Put in some guy off the bench you're never going to use anyway. Dude, just grab everyone you see. Grab them 6 times. Yeah, that's great. If they're about to do something good, yeah, grab him. So we have to make sure there aren't just tons of fouls. So, yeah, you have the foul out, and they have this also, I would guess. The 5th foul, that's too many times. You have to learn how to not foul. 5 times is too many in a quarter. Now they're going to get their shots. Okay. If I were to ask you, which team is that helping? This rule was made to help which team? The team that's doing the fouling or the team that's getting fouled? Clearly, it's the team that's getting fouled. It's to make sure that they could run their offense, they could play normal, and not get fouled every 3 seconds. It's to help them. That's what I would guess. The problem with HACK-A-SHAQ is if you're just going to foul the free throw shooter, or these bad free throw shooters, that team is not getting helped with this rule. The team that this rule was made to help is now getting penalized and hurt. Now, one could argue, too bad. Listen, they're supposed to be making their free throws. This is part of the game. Too bad on them. We're going to use this rule to hurt them now. This rule is made to help them. We're going to use it to hurt them because they're professional basketball players who are making millions and they should be shooting free throws. Okay. But keep in mind, you are hurting the team that it was made to help. Now, okay, let me get to my next point. You have in other sports, or maybe sport, I don't really know about other sports, but let's say the National Football League. Well, if there's a penalty flag, you can decline the penalty. If you go through with this penalty, with this yardage, and it doesn't help you, you can decline it. Say, listen, I take the play as it is, chuck the penalty, I don't want it. The offsides is going to be 5 yards, I'm going to chuck it deep, I got my touchdown, 80-yard score, whatever it is, decline the penalty. I don't need your penalty flag to hurt me. It's made there to help me. If it's not going to help me, I'm going to decline it. So in a certain sense, this rule that's made to help me, this rule that's going to allow me to shoot free throws, why can't I just decline it? Now, I'm not saying the NBA should have a decline except foul rule, but in a certain sense, like, if the rule is made to help me, why can't I just be like, okay, can I just chuck the rule, please? It seems kind of dumb. Can I just take it out of bounds? Now, I don't know if that's really going to help. Just going to keep taking it out of bounds. It's going to get kind of a weird game. But in a certain sense, why should it hurt me? Why can't I, like, sort of decline it or something or figure something out? Now, fouling in general, forget about the hack-a-shack, forget about the bonus. Fouling in general is not supposed to help the team that's doing the fouling. It's not why fouling is made. What's a foul? Foul means you played an illegal form of defense. Assuming it's a defensive foul, it means you played an illegal form of defense. You hit his hand, you were supposed to hit the ball, whatever it is. Why are you getting helped with this? The whole free throw business doesn't really always make sense. Now, you can't always fit everything, not everything's going to be perfect. But if a guy has an open layup and then you hit his hand, why is he stuck shooting from the free throw line, which is farther away? Now, you could say, well, he's open and he could take his time, but it's not always the same thing. He might have had an easier shot. Now, the NBA does recognize this, as you could look at the clear path rule, where if a guy has a clear path towards the basket, and then you like foul him from behind or something, it's 2 points and the ball, I believe. So NBA realizes that fouling should not benefit the fouling team. It should benefit the team that's getting fouled. You should not be able to benefit on these fouls, which makes sense. Why should you be able to foul the team and gain out of it? Why should you play defense the wrong way, the illegal way, and now you're benefiting? It just seems like a little messed up. So you have this hack-a-shack where you're taking fouls, which is not the way to play defense, and then you're gaining off of it. Now, when you look, I checked online, I typed in current hack-a-shack foul rule. It was on some website somewhere that Adam Silver said the reason why they did the under 2 minutes one shot in ball business is because it takes too long otherwise. I'm not really taking that approach. Well, it takes too long, so we don't like hack-a-shack. My problem is, why are you benefiting by fouling? Why should you be allowed to benefit? The whole foul catch-up business. A team is down by 7 points, and there's a minute left. Okay, so what are we going to do? We don't have enough time, so let's just foul them. Even if they hit their foul shots, we'll hopefully shoot a 3. And if they don't hit their foul shots, we'll get a 2. We're still gaining up on them. Total disaster. You're using fouls to win. If the team is up by enough points, if the team that has more points, has enough of a lead, that there isn't enough time for the team with less points to catch up, why should they have to just shoot foul shots the next who knows how long, have no clock go off, and have the other team benefit from fouling them? It just seems so weird. Not only that, the team that's getting fouled, the team that's getting intentionally fouled on, the most points they could get on each possession is 2. Unless they magically get fouled on a 3-point shot. But normally they're getting maximum 2 points. They're getting 2 foul shots. That's if they hit both. The team that's doing the fouling, what's the maximum they can get on each possession? 3. They can shoot a 3. How does that work? If you foul, the fouling team now has more points to get in each possession. You're getting fouled. You can't even get the amount of points that you normally have a chance of getting. Now, you could say, listen, the 2 points are somewhat freebies, but it's only 2. You want to get 3 because the other team is going to be shooting 3s. I don't like it. It just seems wrong. You just do fouling, you do illegal defense, and that's how you're catching up. Now, again, you could have the same argument. Well, play defense. Hit the free throws and then play defense. I played defense the whole game. There's a minute left of the game. I played 47 minutes worth of defense, and I played good enough defense where I have the lead. Why do I have to play defense and tons of possessions in this last minute? Because I'm going to be shooting foul shots the whole time, which takes no time off the clock. They're going to be running their 3-second offense, where they just run it down the court and hopefully hit some lucky shots. That's a dumb reason to lose. Now, granted, the foul catch-up usually does not work. It usually doesn't end up happening, but the fact that it's even a thing, why should that be? Just want to bring up another point. People, this thing that, they're getting paid talent, they should learn how to hit free throws. if you look at each player, when you're practicing basketball, there's tons of different things. There's speed, there's dribbling, there's shooting, there's defense, there's shot blocking, there's steals. Okay, that's part of defense. I just need to say more stuff. There's plenty of things to work on. As in football, there's, let's say you're a receiver. You got to run quick. You got to run routes. You got to catch. You have to breaking tackles. You have to practice that. Strength. Hold on to the ball. Don't fumble it. There's tons of different things. Besides for a kicker, and when he kicks that ball out of bounds on the kickoff, the first thing is, all this guy does is practice kicking. He's practicing one thing, kicking it accurately. That's all he's doing. Unless you want to say he's got to practice his kick power and his kick accuracy. But that's basically one thing. So when he kicks the ball out of bounds, yeah, that's annoying. But when you have other stuff, other sports, most things, there's more than one thing. If you have a shooter on your team that's not fast, you're not going to be like, why can't he run? He's the worst player. He's a professional. Why is he not the fastest guy? Well, he's a three-point shooter. You have your Kyle Korver. He's a spot-up shooter. He's not going to run past everyone. Then you have your others quick guys. You have your this. Different players are good at different things. They're not expected to do every single thing. Now, granted, you have guys like LeBron that can do everything. He could pass like a point guard. I'm not going to say he could shoot threes like a shooting guard, but he dunks whatever. He has speed. Like, yeah, it's better to be an all-around player, obviously, but there's plenty of players that don't do every single thing. So if certain players, especially big men aren't meant to shoot. Nowadays NBA, yeah, big men are shooting threes. You have the Kristaps Porzingises, you have the Nikola Jokic's that are point guard passers at 7 feet tall, whatever he is, and he could take it from the outside and shoot. Fine, but it's really shouldn't be their job, and it's really not their job. Their job is to gather the rebounds, post up. That's their main job. If they could shoot, that's like an added bonus. Certain things are added bonus. They shouldn't have to shoot. And most of the HACK-A-SHAQ guys are the big guys. You know, it's obviously Shaq, DeAndre Jordan. I don't know if they did it on Dwight Howard, but most of these bad free throw shooters are the guys that are big men. Now, Andre Roberson, I think they tried it on him, which is quite interesting because he is a pretty good three-point shooter. I'm not sure how the foul line didn't work for him, but listen, Andre Roberson is a defender type of guy. Lockdown defender. So we can't hit a free throw. You can't say, well, they're professionals, so they have to do every single thing to the max. Now, you could argue. I'm just trying to bring out points here. One could argue, listen, free throw's a basic thing. You're just standing there, you're wide open, there's no contest. You know, even though it might be harder than a regular shot because the game sort of like stops and it's more pressuring as opposed to playing game time speed, pulling up from mid-range might be easier than a free throw, but who knows? That's just some of the points I wanted to bring out. Now, at the end of the day, there's not really much to do about it. There's not really much to do. At the end of the day, there's fouling. What rule would be better? Like, I don't even know. What's there to do? Every time they foul, like, there's going to be fouls. Like, you can't, unless, like, you tell the refs, listen, you determine if it was, like, a HACK-A-SHAQ type foul. I don't even know, maybe it's like that now. Do they have to determine if it was, like, on purpose foul? Or it was, like, let's say they happen to foul a guy off the ball. That could happen when you're just trying to play defense. There are fouls that happen. Does that also come under the HACK-A-SHAQ rule? I don't even know. But, listen, I just wanted to bring out some points. Let's just review them, you know, just to quickly say them over. You know, obviously we're trying to help the team that's getting fouled, not the team that's doing the fouling. You know, there should be some form of concept of declining penalties that are made for me. Declining fouls, penalties makes the top of football. Fouling shouldn't really help the team that's doing the fouling. It's an illegal form of defense. The team that's getting fouled only has 2 points maximum per possession as opposed to 3 points from the team that's doing the fouling. And lastly, can't expect them to do everything. There's 3-point shooters, there's free throw shooters, there's speed guys, there's dunkers, defenders. You know. All right. Thanks so much for listening. Peace out.